Good evening. I'm StampinDeDe with StampinDeDe's Doings, and we're here tonight for Dying to Know. Dying to Know is once a month on the first Tuesday night of the month at 7 o'clock. So here we are, and tonight's Dying to Know is going to feature Layers of Beauty. And it's one of our bundles that includes masks. So we're really going to dig into that tonight and see how that works. Before I do that, I want to say that I am happy to welcome some of our new friends from close to my heart. And I'm excited about this because I'm a scrapbooker at heart. And so I'm anxious to see some of the new tools that are going to be coming up for scrapbookers. And I love stamping too. I love card making, but I'm a scrapbooker at heart. So I'm really excited about that, and I want to welcome any close to my heart friends that may be watching either the replay or watching on YouTube. I would love to be of assistance to you. If you are coming in as a demonstrator, then welcome. And if you are coming in under a demonstrator, then that is really awesome. And if you don't have someone that you order from yet, someone who is there to come along beside you as a demonstrator, I would love to do that. And you can contact me on my Facebook Live page, my business page, StampinDeDe's Doings, and you'll find my email address there. You'll find my blog. You'll even find my phone number. So you can comment on this video, and I'll get back to you, but I would love to help you out. And I'm really excited about this. So I'm going to be a little more specific in my demonstration tonight, just to help those who may not be as familiar with Stampin' Up! Products to be a little bit more comfortable with them. So thank you for being here. I want to say that this coming Thursday is my Stampin' Thursday, and every Thursday I do something different. And this Thursday, we are going to look at Thoughtful Journey Designer Series paper. Now, I'm going to show you some samples, the different papers from that. These are some of those that are scenery. And you know, I love the scenery paper. But what I do is I get so caught up in how beautiful they are that I hate to even cut into them. And so sometimes they just sit there. Well, we're going to look at some ways on Thursday to use this paper. Here's just a quick look. Aren't these colors gorgeous? They're just so pretty. Look at this, the peach mixed with the yellows and the greens. Oh, I just think they're so pretty. Look at this one. I've already made a card with this one. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. So there's 12 different patterns, front and back, and you get 4 of each one. So many pretty colors, so many different things that we can do with these. So we're going to look at that on Thursday. I hope you'll join me. I'd love it if you're live right here on my Facebook page, StampinDeDe's Doings, at 10 o'clock Thursday morning. Join us. If not, if you can't join live, then you could always watch the replay, and I also put it on YouTube. So, all right, let's get going with Layers of Beauty. This set can be purchased in our new catalog and it's on page 57. So the bundle includes the stamps, the dies, and the masks. And we're going to look at those tonight. And the bundle is $56.50. But if you could buy the stamp set, you can buy the masks, you can buy the dies. And on this page, you'll get some great ideas of how to use this bundle as well. All right, page 57. And if you don't have a demonstrator to order through, this is the link to my online store, deannablackman.stampinup.net, and I would love to help you out. All right, here is our bundle. The stamp set has one very big, very large flower stamp, and then a couple of, well, 3, 4 smaller leaves and flowers. Then happy anniversary, you make my heart smile, grateful for you, and God bless. Then inside your dies, there are 11 dies. The big one cuts out the big flower. But a really cool thing is this one then, I don't know if let me see if I can show you, and we're going to use it. This one cuts out this flower right here. So you can use this die to cut that flower out and pop it up or use it by itself. So that is really one cool feature of this. And then you have some standalone dies. You have the dies that cut the different leaves and buds, but these are standalone dies, all 3 of these, as well as the little tag. And God bless fits beautifully on this tag. So this is the die and stamp set, and then these are the masks, and you have 5 masks. And the most important thing, they're each numbered, and the little wedge at the top shows you that that's the top of it. And you want them to be in order. You want to keep them in order. I messed up the other day and had my 4 and my 5. I was able to fix it, but I did have them switched up. So you want to make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that you use them in order. And these are so easy to clean. You just stick them under the faucet and the ink just washes right off. All right, so we're going to set these right here. I'll put this aside. When I work with a set with masks like this, I like to have some kind of a grid. I don't have the glass plate yet, and that would be perfect, but I use the grid paper, the Stampin' Up! Grid paper. And what you want to do is take your paper that you're going to stamp on and place it on your grid paper. And I'm going to place it more toward the bottom. And I put just a tiny piece of glue, Stampin' Seal, on the back, and I'm going to place it right down here at the bottom, and it will be secure. I'm also going to grab some blue masking tape, and this is what I'm going to use to secure my masks. I'm going to take the very first mask, and I'm going to position it where it's on top of my base paper, and we're going to cut this out so it doesn't have to be centered or anything. And I'm going to take a pencil. Let's see. I'm going to put this right here and here. So I'm just lining it up with a line here. I'm just going to mark around this edge because I want to place all my masks in the same place. And I'm going to make sure it's even on the bottom and mark this edge with a pencil. Just mark the corner, and then I'll know where to put each of the masks. All right, that's the basics that we needed to do first. So I'm going to get a little piece of masking tape. I'm going to actually use 2 of them. And this is what's going to hold my mask down. And we're ready to start with mask number 1. And I have it in the corner here and here. So I'm going to put a little piece of tape here and a little piece of tape here. All right. You want to use blending brushes for this. So I have my blending brushes in a tin, and I have one for each color group. So I see that my video is churning. Oh, there, it has stopped. Good. Okay, good. All right, and so we're going to start. The colors I'm going to use are Bubble Bath and Berry Burst. This is going to be my flower. Bubble Bath and Berry Burst. And so we're going to start with that. And I'm going to use the lightest color first, which is my Bubble Bath. So I'm going to open my ink, pop it open, and then push it in. And I'm going to set it right here. And I have another piece of white paper under this that I'm going to use to sort of clean off my brushes. These are our blending brushes. And so I'm going to start with my pink blending brush. And I'm going to give it a light coat. And I'm going to start off of where the paper is, and then just move onto these spaces. And the blending brush just does such a good job with this. You want to be sure and get these little bitty places. They're a little harder to fill in, so you just want to make sure that you focus on those a little bit and make sure they're all filled in. Now I'm going to come back to my center one here. I'm going to load that up a little bit more. All right. I think that is going to do it. Okay. And I'm going to set my pink right here because I'm getting ready to use another pink color. So then I'm just going to pull this open and close it. I'll set that aside. I'm going to take my tape off of mask 1. Like I said, all you need to do is run water over this and it cleans up beautifully. So there's our start. Now we're going to go to mask 2. I'll make sure I've got 2. I'm going to position it in the corner here and here. I'm going to put my tape on here and here. And we're going to start with Berry Burst. Open my pad. This is a very used pad. I'm going to ink up. Now, for this one, I'm going to do as light a layer as I can. I'm going to do it as light as I can. So, here we go. And you'll see why in a minute, because I'm going to come back on the next layer and use this same color, but make it darker. So this one, I'm not pressing down very hard at all. I'm just making sure I've got all those little places. And that's all I'm going to do on this one, because I want it to be light. All right. I'm going to set my pink aside because we're going to use the same color for mask number 3. If you're watching live, let me know. Say hi. Tell me where you're from. Tell me if you've used a mask before. All right, now we're ready for mask 3. Do you see the flower coming together? Isn't it beautiful? All right, this is mask number 3. This is so easy to do. It looks hard, but it's not. It is so easy. There we go. Now, I'm going to really ink up my brush, and this time I'm going to put it on heavy. I'll make sure I get all those little places filled in. Yeah, I'm going to make sure it's dark. Okay, I think that's it. And we're through with the pink brush, and so I'm going to come along here on this paper and just rub it a little bit. I wash my brushes about once a month, I guess, unless I've really used it a lot. But this way, when you come back and use a lighter pink, you don't have all this dark pink on here. All right. They wash so nicely. All right, we're going to take this mask up. Oh, wait till you see this. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that just so pretty? And now we're going to start with our leaves. This is mask number 4. I'm going to put it in the corner right there and down here. Put my tape on it here and here. And we're going to use Granny Apple Green. Open it up, push it in, get my green brush, and I'm going to do the same thing with the Granny Apple Green. This first time, I'm going to put a really light coat on because I'm going to use the same color, the same ink for the second layer. So it'll be darker, but this one is going to be light. Just a light coating. You do want to make sure you get ink in all the little leaves, though. Like right there, I didn't get it in that one. Okay. I think I got all of these. It's so easy. All right. Set that aside. I can leave my ink because I'm going to use it again. Take this layer off. There's our leaves. And now for the last layer, this is layer 5. It's going to go right up here. And right down here. That's the key, is just putting it in the same place. Once you do that, man, you're set. Okay, this is the dark layer. Here we go. Get it colored in, all those little places. Nice and dark. Now, I could have used a darker ink, but I just prefer to do it this way. All right. I think we've got it all. And that's all of the green that we are going to use. Brushes away, put our ink away. Now, for the reveal. There it is. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't that pretty? Now, you could use it just like this. you could do it just like this. I'm going to turn my camera just a tiny bit. You could use it just like this, but we are going to go ahead and stamp the big stamp. This is probably the trickiest part, and if you have a stamp positioner like the apparatus, which we no longer sell, then that makes it really, really easy. But you'll need to use the large block, and this is the F block. It's the largest one, and it's a very big stamp. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to position, I'm going to set this down, stamp side down, right exactly where it goes. And you can see through it. It's a photopolymer stamp. And then I'm going to set my block right down on top of it. Pick it up. And then I'm going to use Pebbled Path for the outline. It's just a nice, subtle, dark color. And since it's a big stamp, I'm going to apply ink to the stamp this way. And it doesn't have to be super dark at all. All right, now for the tricky part. And I'm so thankful that our blocks have these ridged edges because it makes it so much easier. But you're going to, I have to stand up to do it, and you're going to position it right over your stamped image, or your masked image, and set it down. There it is. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. And of course, that's the really nice thing about our chamois is they do a great job of cleaning these stamps up. I probably have 5 chamois. I use them all the time. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this large stamp back in the stamp case. Now we are going to do 2 cuts. We're going to cut this image first, and then I'm going to come back and cut that flower out. So we're going to do that. And we need our cut and emboss machine to do that. So I'm going to bring it over here. Now I'm going to take this up. It's got just a tiny bit of Stamp and Seal on the back, and I'm just going to roll it off. Put it in the trash. Bring my block over here. This is the number 1 plate. This is the number 2 plate. We'll put a number 3. My plates are brand new. Brand new. Then a number 3 plate. And then I'm going to position my die. Let me get my tape off of here. There. I'm going to position my die over my stamped image. And I use this Post-it labeling and cover-up tape. That's what I use on my die machine, on my dies, because it's really tacky, but it doesn't tear the paper. Okay, I think I've got it. Got it taped down. Bring in my machine right here. This is our cut and emboss, and this is the large one, and I have to use the large one for this because the die is so big. We also have a mini cut and emboss, which is just a wonderful machine. But we have to use the large one for this, so here we go. We'll take it through. Let you see it come out the other side. So now we've made our first cut. I'll take this die off and pull the paper away. And then my second die is going to go right here. So let me get my tape off of this die. That die right there. I'm going to make sure that I have my die. There we go. Have it on there. Now we're going to cut out that middle flower, and you'll notice it is going to cut this little piece off, which is fun. We don't need that. So here we go. Put that right here. Take the top plate off. Okay, yes, they're easy, aren't they? I mean, it looks so hard, but it really is not. All right. Now, it looks like we have a hot mess here, but we don't really. We don't. Oops. Get my tape back up here. Put my die over here. All right, now you see this goes right in here, and when we put it on our card, it's just going to fit right in there. But while we've got our cut and emboss machine over here, we do have a little bit of embossing that we're going to do. And to do that, we need the #1 plate, and then we need our embossing plate, because this embossing folder is a 3D embossing folder. And we're going to take our card front, and I want to emboss it with this exposed brick embossing folder. So I'm just going to position it in there, line it up with this line so that it's straight. Put my folder on top and run it through. All right, we are through with this machine. Well, I think we're through. Yeah, we're through. And there is our embossed image, our embossed paper. So I'll put my plates back over here. I messed that up, didn't I? All right, and now we're going to get busy and make this card. We do have a sentiment that I want to use. And it's from the set. It's You Make My Heart Smile. I like it because it's long. So I'm going to put my dies back in here because I just don't want to take a chance on losing anything. Oh, you know, I was going to do a couple of these too. But you know what? I can use my mini cut and emboss for that. Let me get that out. Because I did want to cut out just a couple of little leaves to use with this. So on this one, we have the same thing. We have the #1 plate. Well, we have a #1 plate and then a #2 plate. And then we put our image in. And I'm going to do 2 different ones. I'm going to need to cut it so it'll fit in the cutting the mini. So I'm going to do one of them, and now our 3rd plate. One of them in this color, olive, or this is, oops, I'm right-handed. It's got to go this way. The Mossy Meadow. Perfect. So I'm going to need to use my Take a Pick tool and poke this one out. There it is. Set that aside. And I'll do one in the Granny Apple Green. Come on. You know, it doesn't like for the paper to go through first, and I don't understand that. I don't understand it, but it doesn't. It's the way it is. All right. So set that aside and poke this one out with my Take a Pick tool, where that little pointy part is so handy. All right, I'm going to put this die away again so I don't lose it. All right, put my mini away. Now, oh man, I made a mess of that, didn't I? Now all we have left is to do a sentiment. And I'm going to do the You Make My Heart Smile. And this is the H block. So I'm going to put my sentiment down, pick it up, ink it up. I'm going to use the same Pebbled Path ink. This is a photopolymer stamp too, so I didn't get all of the smile. Maybe I can, let me see if I can get the rest of it. Nope. Well, that's why there's 2 sides to the paper. Let's try that again. There we go. Get my chamois, clean my stamp. Comes off so easy with that chamois. put my stamp away. Hi, Sheila. Thank you. Wait till you see how it comes together. All right. Now, all I'm going to do is trim this, and I'm going to use my little mini cutter for that. I'll trim this down. Okay. And for my sentiment, I'm going to banner it. So I'm just going to cut some off of this end, cut some off of this end, snip to the middle, and then from the corner to the middle, and the corner to the middle. Sometimes I have to, there. Same with this end, snip to the middle, corner to the middle, corner to the middle. There we go. And we have our sentiment ready to go. All right, we have our sentiment, we have our leaves, we have our flowers, we have our embossed. Let's make a card. Let's put our card together. I'm going to use Berry Burst for my card base. Get my bone folder. Give it a good burnish. And I want to do it landscape. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Stampin' Seal and put my I think I want this side out. You know what? There's not a right or a wrong. It's just all in the look that you want. And I want the bricks to stick out. All right. So I'm going to put this down. Okay. And now for the flower. Pick this up. So this is going to go like right here. Right here. So this one is going to glue down. And I'm going to use my Tombow glue for that. Come on. And I'm going down the middle of it because I'm going to tuck those two little leaves. So I'm just going down the middle. And this is going to go right here. Right there. Now we're going to put this on with dimensionals. Our Stampin' Dimensionals, and I'm going to use the regular size. And again, I'm just going to put them in the center. So I think I'm probably going to tuck those leaves behind this piece. Okay, and I'm going to fit it in right where we cut it out from. There it is. There it is. And now it's got the dimension. I don't know if you can see the dimension. And then I'm going to take my two little leaves and I'm going to put a little tab of glue, just the tiniest little bit, and tuck this one right under there. And this one I'm going to bring in right down here. A tiny bit of glue. Bring it in right down here. My sentiment is going to go right here. Let me grab my dimensionals again. I'm going to put one on the end and one on each end and one in the middle. There we go. I need to make sure it's straight. There we go. You make my heart smile. And the only thing we need now is just a little bit of a gem. And I've got a bubble bath. One of these is bubble bath. These are the rainbow adhesive backed dots. And this is the bubble bath right here. And that's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to put one of them right there. One of them right there. And one of them right down here. There we go. We are done. We are done with this card. Now, this sticks out just the tiniest little bit. So I'm just going to snip it off. There we go. All right, we did that one together. We masked. Now, when we die cut, we cut the big one and then I cut the little one out of it. But you can also, I don't know if you can see this. This one, I actually did it twice. I did the whole thing. And then I did another one and cut the image out and just mounted it on top of it. I really don't think there's any difference. I really don't. But this is another card. And I keep all the little pieces that I cut out from. And I'll show you in a minute what I'm talking about. But I keep them in a little baggie and use them. This one is using the Unbounded Love dies. So that is this die cut twice. And the sentiment goes on the inside and then the color on the outside. This will be next month's Dying to Know. The Unbounded Love dies and stamp set. So they're great to use. All right. So there's that one. Here's another one using the whole image, and this time I popped the whole thing up, and I used some of the dies, some of the standalone dies, these right here, and I cut out some leaves with those, that one and that one, and just tucked them in. On this one, I tried to do a faint stamp on the inside. It didn't come through real great. I stamped off and then stamped it, but it still is fine. All right, there's that one. Now, these two, this is a smaller, this is the little note card size. And on this one, I used the Everyday Detail dies. And I used two of these to do my two circles here, and then some of the little pieces, using some of the little dies in here, the little stamps, the little flower stamps, and the flower and the leaves, and you've got dies for all of those. So I went ahead and made this card using those, so you could see how you could use that. And then the little tag with God bless on it. And I just stamped the image on the inside and colored it in. All right, so there's that one. One more. This is also using the Everyday Detail dies. So I used this one down the side. And then this second one cuts a piece out, but it also leaves a ring of little cutout circles. So I did that, put some of the Designer Series paper behind it, just took one of the pieces that I had left over, and, well, I don't have one with that. Well, yeah, I do. There it is. I just cut it out. Well, it's kind of, no, that's not it. But you can do that. You can fussy cut around something like this and use it on a separate card. And I keep my pieces together in a little baggie so that I can just whip a card together if I need a quick card. So there's that one then. And I use the Designer Series paper and this die again on the inside. So that's just some different ways that the Layers of Beauty stamp set and die set and masks can be used. So there's so many different ways, so many different colors, and I didn't get to explore as many as I wanted. I did do a yellow one, and I think I used the card that I made with that one. I did. I used it. So I did this part of it, but I had a yellow rose, and it was just so pretty. All right. Thanks, Kay. Thank you, Sheila. Yeah, the Everyday Detail dies, are they the ones you were talking about? These, yeah, they're really nice. They really do multiple things. Everyday Detail dies. And I think they're coming available today. So they've been unavailable, and I haven't checked today. I need to do that. But I think they're available now to order. All right. I hope this has encouraged you. These masks are all inky now. But I hope I've encouraged you to give this a try. There's so many different things that you can do with it. And it's just a lot of fun and easy to do. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for being here. If you're watching the replay, thank you for that. And if you're watching the YouTube, please make a comment. Give me a smiley face, a like. I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that bell, and you'll be notified every time I post a video. Again, welcome to our Close to My Heart friends, and we want to help you out in any way we can. All right, bye. Thank y'all for being here.